Welcome back to the channel. This race I jumped on more attacks than Russell Brand has jumped on women. In this race we're going around Hillingdon, the wrong way round, the anti-clockwise way round the circuit, which I haven't actually got a video of this way round before, so we're doing this today. In the race it's myself, Alexander, Gavin and our frenemy behind me, Adam. And the plan was to get on the front of the start line and go for an early break attempt from the get-go, but myself and Adam, we rocked up on the start line slightly late, so that original plan was straight out the window. But Gavin was on it. He's up the road already with a little gap in front of us, and you can see Alexander there on the right. So he actually travelled from Bracknell today, so it was kind of more mine and Gavin's job to be active in this race. Alexander likes to sprint, and plus with the extra miles he's done to get here, he was just going to chill out and conserve his energy, whilst my goal and Gavin's goal was to try and get ourselves into a break, ideally together, but the chance of that would be quite rare. So my goal was to get in a break, one of us at the very least. So Gavin's little group that tried to get away at the start of the race has now been brought back. So I'm rolling myself to the front and thinking I'm going to give it a little bit of a dig here to see if they're tired. So I go off the front, trying to force another break attempt, get a little bit of a gap. I didn't really have much speed differential, to be fair, and I'm sure because I was near the front they could have seen it coming. So I pick up the pace. I think I looked behind me or something like that, and I could see they're straight onto me, so I ease off a little bit, if I remember rightly. Well, I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like I did. I'm watching this back first time now, and yeah, the guy on the left goes, and that is, who's that? Is that Adam? I think that might be Adam, yeah. And he goes off, Gavin goes off, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, that could be nice if all three of us get in a break. So I try to get onto it as well and see if anything can come of it. But nothing does really. I come round, I put a little bit of power on, I look behind me, there's I don't know, I had to put in a little bit of effort, but I could tell we were all brought back. It was strung out, but I didn't really want to stick down a big effort, especially as I gave it a little dig half a lap ago, and we were all still together. So I ease off, coming down here, kind of waiting for another attack to go, and I think a guy on the left from United Eagles, there he is in the background, he flies up, and I think I'm going to skip that one because I just did a bit of an effort in the last lap, and he's off on his own. It's not quite looking that too dangerous, so I just it looks like I pick up the effort to try and stay near the front of the peloton, but yeah, I'm not gonna like kill myself to try and get onto that. So yeah, United Eagles guy got brought back, and we're about 5 minutes later, and I've had a good bit of recovery, and this guy on the left on the Red Canyon seems to be picking up the pace. So I try and sit on his wheel to see if he can carry me up to the front. So yeah, I glue to him, trying to gain up as many spaces as I can before I get to these S-bends, because coming around these S-bends, some people were going out wide, so any chance I could to work my way up, if possible, I was trying to. I didn't do great a job at sticking on that guy's wheel there, but I was aware that he was sticking in an effort, because it looked like he was up to something. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe he might end up going off the front. Maybe he's got that little thought in his head that he wants to do a little attack. So I stick near him. We come round here, and about a minute later he goes for it, coming around the side of these guys, but he's done about a minute and a half of quite a hard effort right when I was going up the little ramp about 3/4 of a lap ago where he's going to now, and I thought, oh, maybe he could be a little bit tired. So he didn't strike me as someone I should get on the wheel with to get onto if he was making an attack, because the last minute and a half he'd been sticking in quite a lot of effort just to get to where he was. So I sat that one out, just let everyone else chase it down, and got back myself into the wheel. So as predicted, the guy got brought back quite quickly by everyone else, and I found myself on the front with Gavin. I didn't really want to be on the front together, so I just kind of kicked out to try and keep the pace back high again, so that one of us was always up to something and keeping the speed high to keep the pressure on everyone else. So I was hoping that maybe Gavin might sit up there and I could try and get away, but everyone was onto it. It was kind of a bit obvious if they're both on the front together. So yeah, I went there, and yeah, everyone's behind us. Didn't really get anything out of that. A few minutes later, I've been sat on this guy's wheel for literally the last minute or so. He's been on the front powering it. We're all still together, so the moment he snuck off, I thought I'm going to go for it, because he's got to be tired from the pull he had just done. He'd been doing like 400 watts maybe for over a minute, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy's doing it for a long time. So I went for it. This guy, the United Eagles guy, had the same idea quite clearly. So I get back onto his wheel. I don't know why he didn't sit on my wheel when I went for it to save his own energy, but he elbows me through there. And yeah, I was thinking to myself, maybe we can get quite a good gap here, because that guy done quite a big pull. So hopefully he's popped himself off with the energy stores, and we can rail it around these S-bends and see how far we can get. So it's nicely strung out. We come up here. This little kicker here is a right pain, because it just saps your legs quite quickly, but it's also quite a good spot to nudge the elbow through to see if anyone else wants to go. But the problem is, when you do that on there, after that little hill, people aren't so keen, because they've just found that little dig in the legs up that hill, and they don't want to roll through every time. So you can see there, I elbowed through, and no one did anything. So straight away it's brought back together. Gavin goes on the right, which was perfect, because he's keeping that pace high. Hopefully a few people will follow him. I can't quite remember, but I think they do. And after that effort up that hill half a lap ago, I was thinking to myself, right, I'm just going to sit in for another couple of minutes and get myself recovering. But yeah, it was a good effort, but that little kicker can sometimes really put people off following through around that bend at the top. So yeah. A few minutes later, I'm in the pack. I'm on Gavin's wheel, and he is ramping it up. So I get onto it, thinking that maybe we can try and make this two-man breakaway, 2-up TT work. So he's gone for it through them riders. I chase back up to him to get back on his wheel. I give him some encouragement.
Hey Gavin, keep going.
Because we have a lovely little gap behind us, and hopefully we can try and open it up, or at least really tire out the legs of everyone. So we come around through these S-bends, and it's perfect when it's like this, because you can have whatever line you like, no one in your way, no one going out wide pushing you out. So I come under him here, I keep the power on, so that we can get up this hill nice and quickly. And maybe if someone's not feeling chasing up the hill, another little split could form. So I come around here, I elbow the guy behind me through, I don't know, any point now maybe, and he comes through. Have a glance, and I can see it's strung out, but I'm thinking this could be quite good, so I try and make sure I slot myself back in as soon as I can, because I want to stick near the front of this, just to ensure that everyone keeps the pace alive, because if you go too far back, you end up not being able to drive the pace. So if I'm one of the first few riders at the front, if anyone peels off, we can keep it going. So Gavin's going down here, he elbows the rider through, and the rugby CC guy did not want to pull through there, and everyone's all caught up to us already. So that was that. Yeah. I think someone joking with Gavin that we see you with that little sneaky attack with both of us going. So yeah, I'm thinking to myself, right, time to get recovered again. Let's sit in and see what happens next. 5 minutes later, I'm on Tom's wheel, and as we're coming up here, he tightens up the boas, and I'm thinking, oi, what's he up to this time? Is he going to make a little play for it here? So for the next minute or so, I sit on his wheel to see what he's going to do, because we're quite far back in the pack here, and we've got to work up a bit. But that just little movement there of tightening up your shoes, it means someone is interested in going for it. So I stick on his wheel for the next 30 seconds, and the gap has appeared and he is off. So I was really happy with myself, because I saw that coming. And round we go, everyone, and I'm thinking, brilliant. He sprints up as well, so I'm like, oh, he is bang on it this week. The guy here on the left, he jumps onto it, so I think, oh, I've got two people in front of me, so I'll hop onto this. He can chase it down, and he was actually the guy don't know, 20 minutes earlier, who made that really long pull for about a minute. And we have a fantastic gap. A bit of encouragement required.
Come on.
Mainly because I knew it worked earlier. So yeah, back to it he goes. He's chasing that little gap down. But the guy behind us caught onto us, so there is a little group of 4 here. And I'm thinking, this is absolutely perfect. Nice little break of 4. Has all the potential to get away. And yeah, so I'm feeling great about this. Tom peels off. And yeah. We're all communicating, we all sound keen, so I'm really happy to keep working with this. So we come around the S-bends, I'm getting prepared to do my pull, set this guy's wheel for as long as I can though, and then I come round, sticking it on, and hopefully I'm helping this brake get away, charging it up the hill. I think the guy's name is Emmanuel behind me, he's a great rider, and yeah, round here we go, flicking through. And we all seem quite keen. I look behind, it looks like there's a few riders latching back onto us. I don't know where they came from, but I get back onto Tom's wheel because I know he's the one who instigated it and is really game. And he actually got a podium, I think the previous week here, or at one of the full gas races recently. So I stick on his wheel, and yeah, I'm prepared to come round him and do a big pull myself. When I can, but I am aware that I think we've been caught. You just know when it's kind of come back together. You do that glance, and it's all single file, and you just catch the part of a few riders back, and you think there's not 4 of us now. I keep the pace on, but I'm quite conscious not to try and overdo myself. Although it looks like I am coming around this corner. I elbow through, these guys come through, and as I look behind, I ease off the power because, yeah, everyone is back to us. So they were chasing down everything today. Total nightmare because I wanted to get in the break, and it's not happening so far. Up here, we're doing 27 mile an hour. This guy on the right comes by, and I'm like, oh my. He's just stormed past us whilst we were doing a pretty big effort there. I was like 4th wheel, doing 400 watts I was. So yeah, I think I need to sit that one out. I'm not chasing that one down. I need to get back in the wheels and rest again. Although I still seem to be pulling quite hard near the front. I just want to stay there. Gavin goes round, and that's my sign to say, let Gavin go. Hopefully he can get away. So Gavin's move got brought back after he chased down that guy. 2 minutes later, Gavin is off again like a hero, and off he goes on his own. You can see that we really wanted a break today. People pick up. I decide that I just need a rest still, and I let everyone else chase it down. No, actually, I'm not going to chase Gavin down because I want him to go, but I need to recover, and everyone else gets moving. I just stick in and get in people's way, as you do when someone's going up the road on your team. And yeah, recovery was the aim of the game for me at this point. Gavin's move got pulled back again because that is what's happening today. I'm near the front on Alexander's wheel, and I'm thinking, right, I'm going to get on the next attack. Hopefully we can make it work. A guy called John goes, and again I'm on the case. I think I spiked up to 1,000 watts there, so I'm at a good fitness level at the moment, and I've not seen this guy in the race so far, but he looked keen. He was quite a tall rider, so great draft. The guy behind me from the United Eagles, he gets himself so aero. When you're behind him, you are not getting any draft at all. So I go round John. The United Eagles guy seems to have not bothered to join in with us, so I stay on it up here, coming up the climb, and this drag is just it's a pain coming up here when you're on the front because it's just so drawn out. John comes through, and we've got a little gap behind us. Again, I'm thinking quite positively. I'm up for making this work, so I sit on his wheel, and we approach the S-bends. And yeah, attacking into the S-bends means, like I said before, if anyone's going wide in the peloton, people get slowed right down. So if you're in this position, you can get quite a good little free of where to go. But I come round. John is not on my wheel, I'm on my own. I don't think I even realised at this point, so I'm still sticking in an effort. And yeah, on my lonesome, I look back behind. People have caught up to me already, and I think to myself, right, I'm packing that one in. So as I've packed it in, I'm off the gas and no one's come around me. So I was looking behind to see if anyone's attacking, and I catch sight of someone coming up. And yeah, so another guy goes off. We're near the end of the race now, so I'm thinking, right, if the brake's going to go, this is going to be one of the last opportunities. So I jump on these guys. As you can see, there's no gap behind me. It's just strung out again. And yeah, nothing was getting away. This one was partly my fault for it not getting away, because I just jumped on it from the front, and I was the man to chase it down, in hope that there would be a gap and like a break forming. But yeah, didn't happen this time. Shortly after that, another guy sent it up on the outside up the drag, and maybe that was the move I should have saved myself for, because he got a good gap. I had no energy to chase that one down, and maybe I should have just preserved it rather than chase the last one back. It was only a minute later. I think Gavin ends up chasing this one down, so we come around the S-bends again. He comes through. I've got no energy, so I'm thinking to myself, go Gavin, get out of here. So my intention is to come round, put a bit of power on, and then basically sit up, get in everyone's way, and hopefully I can let Gavin get a bit of a gap as he comes up here. So I'm doing 200 watts, 190 up the hill. You've got to put a little bit more power down to just try and pick up over the lip of it, but letting everyone come around me. I'm on the inside here to make it just that little bit harder for people to come around me, so they've got to stick a bit more effort if they want to get to Gavin. And a few riders go round. I try and get back on a wheel, but that was that. Gavin's back already, and then the guy's still up there. I think he's kind of still got a decent gap, but unfortunately he gets, well, not unfortunately, fortunately we pull him back as well, but unfortunately Gavin didn't get away with him. Always nice to hear someone moaning about other riders and not the Reading team. 3 laps to go now, and I'm thinking, right, time to try and move up, and luckily it slows up, so I managed to come around quite a few riders on the outside here to get myself near the front 3 wheels, which is exactly where I want to be on the last few laps. And it's kind of now a mission not to get gobbled up by the peloton and end up at the back of the pack. 2 laps to go, and staying just on the left hand side of these 2 riders in front of me, try and keep Shatter out of that wind. You can see the direction near the map, and yeah, I'm quite happy with my position. Maybe a bit too far up than I want to be, but you can see behind me how bogged up it is. So actually I'm probably quite happy with where I am. So I'm on this London Dynamo's rider. He pulls through, and it's just a case of staying here. As we've come by the clubhouse though, this London Dynamo rider decides to kick it up, doing close to 500 watts there. I'm not in his wheel because I've kind of lost the wheel a little bit, because I wasn't expecting him to do such a big dig. And I peel off because I don't want to be chasing that down for everyone else. I don't need to be burying myself, so I calm myself down, let people come around me to try and pull it back, but still got the power quite high because I don't want to fall too far back into the pack, otherwise I'm going to make it hard work for myself to get near the front with 1 lap to go. So I settle back in, accept these riders coming around me, and just make sure that I don't lose any more spaces ahead. But that London Dynamo rider gets brought back by these guys pretty quickly, thank God, proving my point that I don't need to be the one chasing stuff back. And there he is there, just on the left hand side, with riders coming round him. So yeah, I was actually quite happy that I chose to sit out of that one and not be the one doing the pull. Now, I absolutely hate it when this happens. So I was about 9th wheel there, it was strung out, and people sat up on the last lap with the bell ringing, and you get boxed in, and you're just like, oh, the last 2 laps of staying near the front, and then people come around you with 1 lap to go. I should have really maybe pushed past a few of them 9 riders and got myself up to third or fourth wheel, but just prior to that it was strung out, and I was thinking to myself, I'm in a perfect position here, I'm top 10 wheels, and the moment it slowed up, everyone came round. So we're on the last lap, I'm going hard up here, Gavin's on my left, I'm thinking if he can sneak through anyone, I can maybe sit on his wheel, maybe get a lead out. I've got Adam behind me, so we're all together. You've got Alexander on the top right there, so he's in a good position. Well, I say good, it could be better from all of us really, because we are a little bit far back. We've given ourselves work to do. And you know, you need to be at the front of the race when it matters, not just at the start of the race and throughout the race where I have been. And you can see here I've just been swarmed up. Coming around these S-bends, and the sprint after this is not far around these corners here. So as I'm coming up here, there is just a bunch of riders. There must be 20 odd riders in front of me here. I'm on Gavin's wheel. I try to kick up a bit as I come around here on the way round once I'm out the corner, because I don't want to clip a pedal. But yeah, I do a bit of power, then I realise, you know, the finish line is right there, all them riders are in front of me, and it is game over, unfortunately. So frustrating, because I raced a really good race, I felt like, sticking near the front, and yeah. But the good news is, Alexander got 7th place, so all was not lost. He raced a great race. I mean, he rode here from Bracknell, so that's about 20-25 miles, conserved his energy, used it wisely, used it when it mattered at the end, got 7th, and rode home like a boss. So well done to Alexander. Myself and Gavin, you know, we left frustrated, quite annoyed, because we've stuck so much effort into that race that we felt a little bit hard done by the end of it, not to get anything out of all of our hard efforts. But that's that. How it goes in races, it is cutthroat. A lot of riders at this race, so fair play to the people that got points. And yeah, it just wasn't our day, but I felt in good form. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. There'll be some more videos coming up from previous races in the season, and I've got a few more races to do this season. So yeah, subscribe, and I will catch you guys soon.